Hello, Buzzblobs. A Link to the Past is one of the most satisfying games to 100%. But what does it take to truly 100% it? To me, a true 100% is when you fill everything to the maximum and you do everything in the game that is permanent. For example, after you break the bonk rocks by Link's house, the rocks will never respawn again. Doing things like this are part of my true 100% list. Today, let's go over all the things I consider to be on the true 100% list, including secret rooms, and the last one is borderline impossible. First, let's start with what most people consider to be part of the 100%, and that's usually completing the whole inventory. So all items and all maximum level for specific items. Silver arrows, red boomerang, golden sword, mirror shield, red mail, and Titan's mitts. All 20 hearts, which require all heart pieces to be found, getting half magic, and that might be about it, but I'm sure some people consider upgrading bombs and arrows at the Pond of Happiness to be on that list too. Bombs upgrade to 50 and arrows upgrade to 70. Now for the things I would add to the list, making sure you have max bombs and max arrows and max rupees. This isn't too difficult anyways. And I don't know why, but I want my 4 bottles to have one of each potion, and I wouldn't pick fairy for the 4th one since they're easy to find. I would pick that you have to get the good bee because there's only one place you can get it, and that's in the Ice Cave statue. All treasure chests open. This includes maps and compasses in their dungeons, and there are even some chests that have random things like rupees, bombs, and arrows. Open them too. And speaking of maps, there are a few rooms in A Link to the Past that are either trap rooms, useless, empty rooms, or reward rooms. On dungeon maps, the rooms get grayed out until you enter them. They then become blue. You have to enter all the rooms to make sure the whole map is blue. However, there are some fairy rooms, like the drop in Eastern, that aren't necessary. The reason I say this is because the room doesn't show on the map. Some examples might be the Rupee Room in Eastern Palace, the Trap Room in Desert Palace, the Trap Room in Thieves Town, the Ruby Room in Turtle Rock, or the Spike Room in Ganon's Tower that you can only get to by falling when fighting Moldorm. Besides getting chests and rooms, I also want to make sure that I can complete everything in the dungeon. In Ganon's Tower, you get keys for locked doors, but you don't have to open all of them. Also in Misery Mire, there's 2 big keyed doors, and one of them is just a shortcut to the other, so the first one isn't even necessary. So I'll add opening all locked doors on the list. Not only key doors, but also some bomb walls. They don't respawn after you blow them up, so opening all the weak walls should be part of the list. There are a total of 51 in the whole game throughout the overworld and the dungeons, one of them being the Cursed Fairy Bomb Wall, and 2 of them are the whole wall that explodes from switches, one in Skullwoods and one in Ganon's Tower. Neither is necessary to open, the Skullwoods one if you know how to bomb jump, and Ganon's Tower just because it has only bombs and arrows in that room. If you want to know where all the bomb walls are in the game, check the card in the corner or the link in the description for my video listing all the bomb walls. That video does not only have bomb walls, but also the bonk rocks. Those count for me too. There's 3 of them, and one is basically required for 1 heart piece anyway, and that's by the Sanctuary. The other 2 are west of Link's house for fairies, and in the same spot in the Dark World. And not just the bonk rocks, but also the rocks that you need the gloves to pick up for a cave. There are 5 of them. First, we have the desert entrance with the Rupee Cave. Then we have the Ice Rod Cave one. Then we have the same one but in the Dark World. Then in the Dark World we have Hookshot Cave. In the desert, but on the top ledge where you need to get the mirror to get to, this is Checkerboard Cave. There's also one more secret room that can only be accessed specific ways. It's hard to explain, but simply if Link falls in the hole the wrong way, the game will protect itself by putting Link in what's called the Chrisholahan Room. The reason this counts on the list is because there are rupees in this room that do not respawn when you get them. Like I said, there's different ways to get here, but what worked for me on the Switch version is to push the grave open in the cemetery and place a bomb allowing it to explode on Link while pushing him into the hole. Otherwise, you can check the link in the description to see multiple ways to get inside. And there's one more on this list that's basically impractical, but it does make the game complete. After you beat the game, the credits show you a number of restarts you had throughout your playtime. I think to make this permanent, each level should be 999. Again, that doesn't sound practical, but that would be cool though. The other easy way out to make this game 100% would be to have 0 deaths. It also looks clean at the name select. I love trying to figure out how to fully complete games, and this was my list for A Link to the Past. Do you think I missed anything? And if you want to see my list for Breath of the Wild, check out this video. If you want more Zelda content, I hope you consider subscribing or at least checking out the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time!